Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome to Thursday Night Live. I am just getting set up. Sorry for the slight delay. I was just making sure that little Rosie was in because it's absolutely awful here. Hello Esther, how are you? Hi guys. The weather here is just awful. End of the world weather. So I needed to make sure that she was in. Otherwise I was going to have to go and rescue her at some point. Anyway, so I thought better to just go and get her in now so that we can crack on with what we're doing. I didn't want to have to worry about her getting blown away and wet through in a storm. How is everyone this evening? Hello to Loon, hello to Natalia, Jessica, Laura Ann's here, Claire's here, Simon's here. Hello Simon, how are you? And to Shani as well. Hello guys, I'm so glad you could join me. Much better to be in here crafting, I feel, than being out in this weather. I feel sorry for anybody who has to be out in it this evening, because it is pretty horrendous. I don't know where it is, what it's like where you guys are. I know, Simon, you're quite close by to us, aren't you? So you are probably experiencing some similar weather conditions. But I'm nicely snuggled up in my craft room. I have had to shut her out of the room because she's probably wet through and will come and dance all over my crafty bits, like they like to do, don't they? It is a windy one, Simon. It is. So I'll just give everybody a chance to get settled. You can see that I've already been playing with a few bits here. Hello to Alice, who had hail. We had hail as well. We've had literally every type of weather today. I think we've had apart from snow, that's the only thing we've not had. We've had wind, we've had rain, we had beautiful sunshine, and then we had hail, and then we had more rain, and then wind, and it's just been, it didn't know what it wanted to do. So yeah, it's been full on today, but not nice to be out in, definitely. So we have been indoors most of the day. The only trip I made was to go to the post office, which seems to be the only trip that I do make lately is to and from the post office, but never mind. Lauren says not too bad here in Scotland today, but one kid had snow while we were on Google Meet Live for school today. Oh bless. A storm in Holland as well. Hello Isha, good evening to you. Ant is not with us this evening. He is on nights this evening, so I am all on my own, so I will try my very best to keep up with all of the comments. Hello Julie, weather here is awful, very windy. When it rains it's a heavy downpour, got soaked doing the school run. Oh, it's just, it's awful, isn't it, to say it's March. Alison Chelsea says, ooh, pretty things. Hello Alison. Hi Lucy. Hi Lian, how are you? Harry was outside for playtime when the hail came. He was very brave. Hello Annalisa, and hi Zamara. So we've got a full house tonight. Thank you so much for joining me and spending your Thursday evening with me. So we have got some goodies. You can see there are some pretty things. So you may have seen, oh, that's a separate little bag of goodies that's not part of this. So you will have seen, hopefully you'll have seen my my update on the website, that we've got, we're now stocking the Lucy's Little Things shaker bits and sprinkles and goodies and pretty things. So hi Lucy and daughter Charlotte. Hello, thank you for watching. Jenny's here, Claire's here. Oh, everybody's joining us. That's amazing. Hi Lindsay, how's the hand doing? I hope you're okay. So I'm going to play with these today, these sprinkles, because they're absolutely beautiful, and I thought we'd make a nice little shaker card using some of these pretties. And I've not used our kite die, considering how windy it's been today. It just seemed quite appropriate that we have some kites. So I'm going to play with the kite die and our scallop slimline die. So I'm going to make a slimline card, I think, today. Now this is currently out of stock. What I'm going to just let you guys know is that there will be a redesigned version of this coming up in a future release in a couple of months' time. So do look out for that. So if you've been after this, it will be back, but slightly different to this. So so look out for that. And then I think I'm going to use our all occasion critters. These are back in stock as well today. So if you've missed out on the all occasion critters before, we do have a few of these, not very many, because they, as soon as they come in, they go back out again. So yeah, so if you're after one of these, then do grab those. But I think we're going to use those this evening as well. Oh, Michael's here. Michael, the cat is in. She is safe and she is now warm. She's been out in the wind and the cold, but she is in the other room so that she doesn't come and spread her her wet little paws all over my work surface, which she absolutely would. Hello to Shabnese. Hello to Jane. And Jackie, hello. Good to be crafting with you as well. I missed the Lindsay update. Are you okay, honey? Is your hand doing okay? I missed the response to that. So let's start with our background, I think, first. Let's make up our shaker elements and then we'll come to the decoration. I'm excited to get some of this done. So we're going to use the outer portion of this die, and I'm going to grab some cardstock because we need to do a little bit of ink blending first. So let me just pop that back in there and get some of my lovely cardstock. What have I done with it? What have I done with it? I had a little bit of a reorg, and now I can't find anything as is. Oh yes, I put them. I thought, yeah, be sensible, put them at the back, but no. Bear with me, caller. Where is it gone? There it is. So let's get some of our lovely super smooth cardstock here, and then we can have a go at our background. And I'm going to cut this down because I don't need it all, but I'm going to do the whole panel and then cut the panel out separately. Let's just make sure we've got enough room there. Just trim that down. Put that to one side. And is anyone crafting along with me this evening? I'm going to get my silicone mat. So again, some of you will have seen me using this silicone mat before. You will have, and the eagle-eyed amongst you will see that this is now listed on the website. Mine's a bit filthy still from when I last used it. Sorry about the squeaking, that's not a good noise, is it? And it's got glitter on it still. I think this probably needs a little bit of a rinse under my tap, but I didn't have time because I've been full on crafting and testing out samples and all kinds of things over the last couple of days. So let's pop that back out of the way. So this is now listed on the website and it's amazing, and I can see that some of you have already spotted it and have already ordered it, which is amazing. And I've also had orders for the Lucy's Little Things sprinkles. So if you are after those, then like I say, I think that the numbers are limited and this is going to be super popular, as same with the mats. So I do like that this is easy to fold up and just chuck to one side. That makes it so much easier for me, and it's the perfect size for doing all of my ink blending. So the colours that I've chosen are a bit of Kitsch Flamingo, some Squeezed Lemonade and some Speckled Egg, and I think I might do them that way around because I felt like they went with a lot of the colours that are in some of my sprinkles. I'm going to mix some of these together, I think, for this background, and I just thought that they look really pretty together. So yeah, so let's have a little bit of let's do a little bit of ink blending. I'll try and catch up on some of these questions. Annalisa says it's just got really windy outside there. I'm watching the trees bend and twist. Oh no, not good for your walk. You might get blown away, Annalisa. Hi Natalie, how are you? Simon said he's had a good tidy too, but can't find anything now. Why is it you know where everything is when it's a mess? I know, it's true. And then as soon as you tidy things up, you feel so cleansed, but then you can't find a thing. Mihaela says, yes, making an Easter card. Oh yes, definitely getting the Easter feels. Claire says playing with stencils and oxides. Love that. So we'll be doing some ink blending together now. Alice says, only time you've had to make your mum and godmum their cards. Oh yes, nearly Mother's Day. Lucy Rose making Mother's Day cards. Jess is crafting along and blending at the moment. Lauren's seen the mat this afternoon and needs to order. And been crafting for work as well today, for a kid's gift going back on Monday. Tidying away my paints and stuff, and then going to make some sloth stickers for your journal. Oh, I love that. So let's start with some of the Kitsch Flamingo. Now I am combining inks here because this is a distress ink and my others are distress oxides. So they should blend perfectly well together. You know, I just think that you do get a slightly deeper finish, I think, and a brighter finish perhaps with your oxides, but I think this is going to look really pretty regardless. And I think on screen it can sometimes the lighter shades don't always come across, so maybe that's why I tend to go bold, but I think this is a good way for just keeping things a little bit softer for me. But I'm going to do quite a big portion of the pink at the top. Hi Catherine, how are you? And Natalia's crafting along and making some tags for next week's challenge. Oh, excellent. So I'm going to go quite far down here with the pink, because I want there to be a little bit of a transition, but I want there to be mostly pink and I think speckled egg. But I think our squeezed lemonade is going to look really nice on here. I'm just going to give my yellow brush off a little bit of a clean off, because I did use a deep mustard seed on this before and I haven't cleaned it, and the yellow is very pigmented, very strong as a shade, so I do find it's a good tip to just clean at least your yellow brushes off. And then this should give me a really nice transition colour from you know, a pretty pink to a slightly orangey colour, and then we'll go into a bit of a greeny colour, I think. So it's going to look quite sherbety, is that the word? Oh, and I have to say as well, if we have any internet issues because of the weather, that is a possibility. So please bear with. I may have to, you know, do some technical bits in the background to get us back up and running again if that happens. So do just hang on, because I will be back, in the famous words of Arnie. So I'm loving this look. This is pretty. This is real pretty. So let's go for some of my speckled egg at the bottom, which is such a pretty soft colour as well. So I think that'll really go with the kind of colour scheme that we're aiming for. Aisha says she's loving the smitten kitten and the happy mail. Yay! So adding your goodies to my basket. Is my birthday next month and I need to choose something off your mum. Ah, so you're having a little bit of a... That's lovely when... Do you know, that is so good when you can buy a load of crafty things for yourself and it's not your money you're spending. That is the best. That is the best. So yeah, this is really pretty colour combination, and it's nice to be influenced by those shaker mixes, I think, because sometimes you know, when you're thinking about a colour scheme, you know, it can be, you can have a little bit of you can get a bit stumped, can't you, sometimes? So having something like your shaker mix as a jumping off point is really, really handy. Hello to Maria from the Netherlands. Hello again, and how are you? Let's do a little bit of a transition of that squeezed lemonade into that speckled egg, and that just looks really pretty. Oh, that's so cute. So I'm going to go a little bit higher up with this the yellow into that Hitch Flamingo, so that I've got even proportions, but I think that is looking really nice. And with the oxides, the more layers you put on, the smoother the blend you get. So you can see that that's just really smoothing out, and what a pretty little, we've created almost a rainbow there with just 3 colours, which is awesome. So I'm buzzing about that. That's really cute. So let's pop these away, and I think then we will do like as we normally do, and I'm just going to pop my little brushes back in their little caddies. Did anybody see us on Create and Craft on Monday? Thank you for you guys that watched and purchased. That was really awesome. Lindsay says she loves the colours. Luna says really pretty. Claire says she loves that transition. And Claudia loves the delicate shades. So Natalie says you should join our challenge. I'm now giving them away for birthdays with prezzies, and later in the year I'll make Christmas ones. Natalia, pop a link on to your challenge, because we should definitely get involved. So having a little drink of my drink there. So let's have a little bit of water spray on here, and I'm going to spray this everywhere. So I've just sprayed it from the bottle, but then I'm also going to just tap a few bits off the inner nozzle, if you like, just for some bigger bits. Can't really see if that's doing anything actually. Yes, it is. There we go. So get that on there. And I've got so many ideas, as always, to do different shaker cards, and my head is full of them. So I had to write some of them down. So because it's like, I can't forget these. I need to do more than just the one. So there may be more of these coming. I might have to film them and show them to you later if we don't get time to do any more tonight, because We're always short on time, aren't we? So I think that just looks really, really gorgeous. And I do think what would be really, really nice is to add some shimmer to that as well. Let's have a think. Can I reach my splatter box to add some shimmer to this? Because then we will have to let it dry a little bit. So, but we can go on to colour some of our images while this is happening. Sorry, I'm a little bit of a tangle down here. So I don't know if I've mentioned to you guys before, but the room that I craft in my office used to be our garage, and it was converted before I moved in here, and it was done a little bit, shall we say, a little bit cheaply, in that it wasn't insulated. So it is very, very cold in here at times. Well, pretty much all the time. So I have my heated blanket on my knee to keep me warm when I'm in here. Thankfully, when I'm filming, I have all my lights, bright lights on, and that does give a little bit of extra heat. But yes, but then I get tangled up in my blanket and I can't move, which is very funny. So I'm going to use some of my Silver Sparkle Shimmer Spray, and I'm going to give it a little bit of a shake up. So let's just, and I'm shaking it from side to side so that I don't get any of the mica that's in it up in my nozzle, because I don't want to clog it. And I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take this off camera. Let me just, because otherwise I shall end up with silver spray absolutely everywhere. And then I've just sprayed that over the surface, and there we go. So you won't be able to really see the silvery goodness straight away. I'm going to blot some of that just to help with the drying process. Yeah, once it dries, the silver will dry back and you will really see some beautiful sparkle on there. So we shall let that dry, because I need to, obviously I need to die cut that as well. So let me just clean up my mat and then carry on with some, just catch up with some of your comments. So I'm just using a little like chamois cloth to clean my my silicone mat, and then I can just roll it up and pop it to one side, and it's nice and easy to store. So let's have a look. Excellent. Claire says it was a great show and I'm a lot calmer on TV now. And she messaged, but they never read it out. I know, they never read the emails out anymore. Aisha says, yes, you did brill on Create and Craft. Oh, thank you so much. Honestly, I was so nervous and I didn't feel calm at all. Julie says, seen the beginning, got mum to record it so you can watch it over the weekend. I just had to get Harry from school and did email into. Oh, that's so lovely. Maria says she wanted to order the panda stamps, but that's not in stock. No, I don't have any of the panda stamps in stock, do I, at the moment? Do I? I keep thinking that I've ordered them, and I think I have. I haven't ordered them, but I am going to be putting in an order for them, because they're another one that as soon as I order them in, they go straight back out of stock again. I also need to put an order in for the Baked with Love stamps, so if you've been after those, oh, I'm very much on the wonk here, aren't I? Let me just sort myself out. Hello Angie, how are you? Oh, you were in a team meeting. Oh, that sounds exciting. A Zoom team meeting, was it? So Maria, the pandas will be back in stock soon, and so will the Baked with Love. The Home Sweet Home set, I think, is also out of stock. so that I will be topping that back up. So there's a few reorders that need to go in. I'm honestly can't tell you how happy it makes me and how amazed I am that you guys have put me in a situation where I need to restock my stamps and so on, because when we first started, oh, Jenny sent an email too. Oh, thank you so much for your support, guys. I'm sorry they don't read them out anymore. They don't have time. It just flies by so quickly. When we first started the business, you know, I was just praying that I would sell one or two, you know, and I never imagined, I honestly never factored in that I would have to restock things, which is crazy, isn't it? It's just, it's mental. But yeah, that is, thankfully, I'm so grateful the situation that I'm in now. So I just wanted to show you this because we do actually have two different stamping platforms in the store at the moment. I've been using this one this week because I had a lot of stamping to do. And I just swapped my magnets out because I do prefer the magnets that we've just got in stock, or we may be out of stock of them now, so I'll have to reorder. But I do prefer these easy lift magnets. They are really cool. But this is the Press to Impress stamping platform, and it's slightly larger than the Stamp Perfect. Now I like the Stamp Perfect because it is smaller, so it's a little bit handier, a bit more portable. But if you want to be stamping on larger pieces of paper, then this is much better. It's a 7 by, well, it's pretty much it's 7 by 8, whereas this is this looks like it's 5 by 6. So it's not a huge difference, but it does make a difference, if that makes sense. So so I just wanted to show you that in case you had seen them on the website and you were like, well, what's the difference? What's the point? This one, like I say, is just a little bit more portable. It's easier for when I'm doing lives because you can see when they go together, they don't break because they're protected. Well, they might do at some point if you did it often enough, but they're protected a little bit by the plastic covering and they're easy to pull apart. So I do like that about this. My volunteer work named the panda, and we had a panda bear for the logo. Oh, that's so cute. Lorna says it's totally deserved. Oh, thank you so much. It's just like I say, I was just really shocked that we were having to restock, which I know that's probably sounds really silly, but it never occurred to me. I just thought that we would sell a few bits, and I don't know which of these that I want to use. I'll do them all. Yeah, I just thought we'll sell a few. We might sell a few bits, and once they've sold out, we'll probably we'll make new ones, different ones. It never occurred to me that people would want to keep buying the ones that we've already designed because they're so popular. So yeah, I'm blown away by it, and I'm so grateful. Like I say, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. I can't believe it sometimes. And I'm very lucky to have you guys, so supportive of us and what we're doing. So let's get this stamped out. So I've stamped all 4 images because I'm not really sure which ones I want to use. I might not use them all, but it's nice to get them stamped just in case, and they're very cute images. And I think somebody mentioned that they were making Easter cards, and it does feel very much like we're now into the swing of making spring type cards and Easter type cards. So that's why the spring blooms has been such a lovely set to work with. And I do have an idea for a shaker card with the spring blooms, and I think that is definitely the next one on my agenda to do, because it would be so cool to do like a circle or a heart surrounded by all those blooms, and with a shaker in the middle. Oh, I think that would be so adorable. So that's the next thing on my list. But like I say, I was in the mood for some kite action today, so that's why we've gone for the kites. So now we've got all our little images here, and again, these are super cute, and I've reorganized my Copic stand, and I'm loving it at the moment. Let's just check how this is going. Still a little bit wet, but the shimmer is coming through nicely. I do prefer the setting of the Facebook Lives, because I get so much more time to just talk to you guys. And oh, sorry for knocking you there. I just want to zoom in so you can see my colouring a little bit easier. I don't have to rush through a demonstration. I can take my time with it and really explain. And if you guys then want to just watch the replay and skip through bits, then you can, but at least you're getting to see all of it, aren't you? So let's have a look. Just making sure Alison Pendlebury Brown fell asleep and just woke up. Love an afternoon nap. Love it. Marjorie says, Maria, sorry. Indeed, that shimmer looks amazing. It does look good, doesn't it? Mihaela says that I have a tag with that kit going up tomorrow. Ooh, excellent. Right, so let's colour these little guys in, and I'm going to use my background as a little bit of a inspiration for my colour scheme. I'm going to start with my little pig. What I will say as well, I could watercolour these. I've used my Copic ink now, so I won't. If I was going to do colour with watercolour, I would use the VersaFine, because it is it's more water resistant than the Copic, and I think that's just because it dries that much quicker. Because once this has dried, and you could set it with a heat tool, it will be fine to use with watercolours if you're not going to be drenching it with loads of water, which I wouldn't be. And I will confess that Natalia has convinced me to buy some Arteza watercolour brush pens and some Aquarelle Canson watercolour card, and I bought some new brushes as well. So, Natalia, you are all to blame. Claire Bradley, hello, how are you, my dear? And how's the family? Are you keeping nice and warm and out of this horrible weather, I hope? So, back to the story. Let's get on with some of our colouring. And I'm going to do... so, the reason that I mentioned that is because I want to colour my little piggies in... my little pig here in a really soft kind of a pink that's going to match our background a little bit more. I normally do them in quite I would say a salmony sort of a colour, which is probably, you know, the right colour for a pig, but I want to soften all of this down a little bit, which is not my usual way, as you know. So let's try this and see what it looks like. So he's going to be a bit of a pinkier pig than we normally do. But sometimes it's nice to just mix things up a little bit, isn't it? Try some different colour schemes. So I'm using the RV shades here. So this is I've used the RV 000, and I'm now using the RV 10, which is, like I say, is very pink for our little pig. And it's going to look a little bit darker to begin with, because when you first saturate your paper, it does go a little bit darker. But then that colour will just dry back a little bit. So, and like I say, I just want to give that impression of it almost being, you know, pastel colours and watercoloured without being watercoloured. So we may not use too many darker shades. Let's have a look at the RV11. Yeah, that one's quite nice. So if we just want to get a little bit more shading, that RV11's quite nice. And I'm just going to use the very tip of my pen just to give that little bit of depth where there is an overlap of his ears and under his little nose, well, his big nose, his lovely big piggy nose, piggy snout. So there we go. Yeah, I quite like that as a different colour for our little pigs. Not quite as bold, a little bit bit paler and pastelier. Is that a word? Probably not. For our little kitty cat, I'm thinking, again, if we're going to be looking at being a little bit paler, I think, oh, let me see actually. What colour is this? What crazy colours have we got here? Because I think that we could go with some kind of almost bluey grey tones. Let me see, I did see some really nice kind of UV shades that might work really nice. That's a bit too blue. I don't want him to be blue. Maybe they're the only ones I've got, but this is really quite a nice shade. So it's a bluey grey shade. And again, if we're wanting to go really kind of pale here, I just want one a little bit paler than this. Here we go. Let's see. It might be a bit too purple, that one. Let's try. That might be okay. So we have a little purple cat, but I think you do have like the kind of the blue grey cats, don't you? And like I say, I'm not going to do all of him in the colour because he's going to be a bit of a kind of a tabbier shade. Oh, we're having some weigh-ins on the Arteza brush pens, I think, which is interesting. So, what are the brands you recommended to Joe again, Nita? Yes, so definitely get that info from Natalia. I mean, I can't vouch for them yet. I've not tried them yet, but I'm excited to try them. Can't wait for them to come. And I did just get mine from Amazon because they seem to be the best price that I could find, and they are coming direct. The brush pens are coming direct from Arteza anyway, so I think that works quite well. And then I think maybe a cool grey for just highlighting any areas is going to work as well. That's quite cute. Again, just quite a nice almost neutral pastel-y kind of a colour. And then I'm just using the C0 almost as a blender, really, colourless blender. And then I just need to do his ears now. Then ears again, I think we will keep in a really nice pale shade of pink, but keep up that nice bright pink kind of a look, that sherbety kind of a look. There, that's quite cute, isn't it? It's very cute. You can really see the shimmer here. Jenny says she's going to have to catch up tomorrow. She's had a very busy 2 days and doctors changed all the medication and she's going to have to go back to the physio again, and can't wait. So, well, have a really lovely evening. Thank you so much for stopping by. Claire says she loves how I give the critters little stripes. I know, it's just I find it an easier way of giving him a bit of character. They can sometimes be a little bit tough to colour, but I just find this really an easier way of doing it. So let's get some colour for my my little rabbit. My rabbit is going to be a brown rabbit. This is where now I've got to search out all of my pens here. So yeah, but again we're going to keep him quite simple colouring. So I'm just going to lay down my first colour, which is the E50, all over his little body here. So quite neutral in shade, these guys. So a little bit of colouring. So I know we've got a few images here that are going to need a bit of colouring, so I hope that's okay with you guys. I quite enjoy watching people colour, but I must admit I am a big fan of watching speed colouring as well. I don't know, there's just something really fascinating about watching it all sped up. And then the E50, and I wish I could colour that fast in real life. It would be awesome, wouldn't it? So again, I'm just going to do a tiny bit of shading, and again probably not as much as I would normally because oh, I'm going to sneeze. Bless me. Because I don't want, again, I don't want it to be too bright. I want it to be quite muted and soft, and this is something that is I'm practicing because it's not my strong suit, shall we say. I do tend to be a little bit more like I say, quite bold in my colouring choices. So it's quite nice sometimes just to pare that back a little bit. The cat is super adorable. Oh, thank you. I think my little bunny's turned out quite cute as well. So let's think now. So he's got a little honey pot here, and again I want to keep the colours very similar, and I think maybe matching it up with our speckled egg colour could be a good shout. So let me just and again I'm going to keep it very, very muted, because I don't want to distract from what is going to be our pretty shaker area. And then, so that's quite good. And then for our kind of yellowy orange colour, I think that we've probably, let's have a look, what's this? This is a yellowish, that looks like quite a nice shade of orange that will just, yeah, I feel like it might need a little bit of yellow to that though. So let's try some YR31 over the top just to orange it up a little bit. And we can use that same BG colour on their little wings. And this all cuts out together, which is really cool. So let's see, for the honey, again we're probably going to want, and that actually we need a little bit of pink, don't we? Did we go with the RB11? I did, didn't I? Oh, I'm not sure about that one. Let's try some pink there. That's better. Talking to myself now, aren't I? I do apologise. I do this a lot when I'm colouring, don't I? But I just think that the really pale colours are just so pretty. And there's, you know, a few of the design team and our guest designers who are so good at this, at just really paring things back and just making things just look so pretty. So I am going to just colour in this little coffee mug while I'm thinking about it, because while I've got an idea of the colours that I want to use, and like I say, I'm just going to keep that really nice and simple and light. And then in the centre, I think we want that to be a little bit browner, like you know, like you might have a craft kind of what's the word, sleeve, like a sleeve, isn't it, that you would have around your coffee mug. So again, just making that look really light. Oh, it looks like Natalia's doing lots of good work. And so Natalia's challenge is her own challenge, isn't it? So we were just on that point, actually, we will be doing some challenges very, very shortly in the near future. So do look out for those, because we would love for you to take part in those as well. Because it's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, and we just haven't had the opportunity to do it. So we will be announcing our new appointments of design team, and on the team will be a lovely lady who shall remain nameless right at this moment in time, who will be looking after our challenge for each month. So you will have to have Time for Tea products, but we do have some free downloads on the Time for Tea website that you can use as well. So don't feel that, you know, if you haven't already got Time for Tea products that you can't take part. We want everybody to feel that they can, you know, that they can take part in the challenge. So yes, so that is something to look forward to. There will be prizes on offer, and we may well do collaborations with other companies and other people as well along the way. So yeah, it's going to be loads of fun. I can't wait to tell you more about it, but I can't tell you any more at the moment. Yeah, that is coming soon, and I think it's, you know, we've wanted to wait for the right time. We know you guys are really keen to get involved and to take part in what we're doing. You do your card swaps, which I think are awesome. So, you know, there's definitely room now for people to get involved and interact with us, and you know, and I think the challenges are a great way for you to do that. So yeah, so I'm so excited about that. I'm really can't wait for that to start. So I'm thinking for my little doggy here, so I've just used a couple of colours there so far just to get a little bit of base colour, but I preferred the darker colour that I achieved with the coffee cup. So I'm going to go straight to an E34 and just add a little bit of this warmer tone to the edges. And again, I'm not going to do an awful lot of this because I want to keep that that feeling of him being a little bit almost watercoloured, but with my Copics. And then the lightest shade is my E30, so I'm blending that with the really pale shade, which is not something that you would normally do. You would normally have more of a transition colour, but I think when you're trying to achieve this kind of paler, more watercoloured look, then doing that is what really helps you achieve that. I think so anyway. I might be totally talking nonsense, but I think it makes sense to me anyway. So what colour should his nose be? Let's have a look. I think he needs sort of a brown nose. Let's have a look at this. But again, I don't want it to be too dark. So yeah, that's quite cute, isn't it? Oh, that is cute. I think that looks like a really good colour for the bottom of the donut here as well. So because I want it to stand out from his body a little. So it's going to have to be a bit of a well baked donut, I think. And then so I've got a really nice array of my my Copics here. But this is, I do love this bit. You know, where you get to play with your colours and do a bit of colouring. It's so mindful, you know, and I just get lost in it. So I will confess to you guys that last night I was testing out some samples of some new products, and I was literally crafting for about, I can't even tell you, because the ants on nights, I'm here on my own, and I think, well, you know, why not, kind of thing. So I basically didn't stop crafting, and I was at it till about 1 o'clock in the morning, which is probably not a great idea. I started at about 7 o'clock. So, but I was having just an amazing time at it. So I thought, well, why stop if you're enjoying yourself and you're on a roll? why not? So I'm going to use the same shades that we've already worked with, these pastel-y, sherbety shades, which I'm adoring at the moment. I mean, I'm surprising myself here at how I've been able to just keep this pared back, because this is really not my strong suit at all. So I'm gonna really try and pare this back now, because that is quite a strong yellow we've gone for there. But I think that works. And then for my, let's make sure I'm popping these back in the correct place. So I'm not, am I? I'm popping them all in my, now I've reorganised them, you see, I need to keep them organised. So, and then I just need to do the handle, that's the word. So we'll make that a brown handle, I think. And so just, again, just tiny little bits of shading required for that. And I'm quite happy with that, I think. I think his nose could do with being a bit pinker, do you? I feel like it's not as pink as, it's not really standing out, you know. So, now it's dried back a little bit, you can see you can add a little bit more pink. Yes, that's better. Excellent. Sorry, I've totally got into my own little world there, didn't I? So I do apologise. I haven't kept up with any of your comments. Lindsay says she used to be the same when her hubby worked nights too. A lot of comments about using Spectrum Noirs. Claire says adorable colouring as always. Thank you so much. Lindsay doesn't have Copics but has Spectrum Noirs, but all alcohol markers are pretty much the same. They're very similar. I think the Copic markers do tend to have a bit more of a colour range, but that can sometimes be a bit more, I guess, I don't know, the more choice you have, the harder that can be sometimes. So I do think the Spectrum Noirs are a good alternative, and I've been using the tri-blend ones, which are really cool. Mihaela says she always ends up with half the markers on her desk when colouring and then have to organise them again. I know, I'm the same. Jane says she's no good at night, it's early to bed. You see, I'm more of a night person. But I'm also then up at like 6:30 because, you know, Aunt comes home at about, well, the cats wake us up at about 6 regardless. Then if Aunt's on nights, he comes home about 8 o'clock. So I'm up before he comes home. So yeah, I'm burning the candle at both ends, which is never a good thing, is it? Right, so our background now I think has dried pretty well. So let's get some die cutting done. And I apologise now that we're going to be there's going to be quite a bit of die cutting to be done, but it will hopefully be worth it when it all comes together. So I'm going to pop this guy through first with our scallop layer, and then let's have a look for the coordinating dies for our little characters, and I will zoom back out once I've done this bit. Oh, I'm throwing the right. I need a. Why have I not got my little magnetic mats on here? This is very poor. I need to find some of my little magnetic bits, my magnetic sheets for this. So this die cuts out our little bees as well, which is really cool. So I just need to make sure I'm lining him up correctly. because I don't want him to cut off any of his bees. Sorry, my head is right in the view there. Apologise. Sometimes you have to. Julie says she's going to have to say goodnight and we'll try and catch up tomorrow. Good night, lovely. Yes, I don't know what time we're on. It's 9 o'clock already. Wow. Doesn't time fly when you're having so much fun? When you're having so much crafty fun. So, and I'm very excited about all the new products. There may be a slight delay to the next release because we have had a little bit of a manufacturing glitch with some of our stamps. Not a major thing, but yeah, it's something that we need to get corrected. So our plan to release at the end of March may be postponed now until till April, but we will do a larger release, I think, in April. What I am planning on doing is having a little bit of a sale at the end of the month. So if any of you are looking for new Time for Tea goodies or looking to start your stash, that might be a good time to do it. It won't be everything that's on sale, it will only be selected items. So yeah, so, and like I say, if there's things that you've really got a hankering after, don't wait, because they do fly out of the door. So yeah, but I think we will perhaps look at doing some items for a little bit of a sale perhaps. Mahela says my birthday is mid-April, so perfect timing. Mahela, we do sell magnetic sheets if you're in the market for some. They are two A4 magnetic sheets that you get, and they've got adhesive on the back. So I cut mine down, so they're easy to cut. I cut mine down and they've got adhesive on the back, and then I just pop them. Normally, I don't know why I haven't done it for this case, but I pop it onto the back of my the backer card, and then I can store all of my dies there and know what they are because they've got the name on the backer card. So yeah, so they are A4 magnetic sheets. I don't have a full pack here to show you, I'm afraid. Well, I do have a full sheet, but you know what an A4 sheet looks like. It's pretty dull. There you go. Look, that's what you get. You can see that I've cut into one of mine. Right, let's restore this view so that you can see a bit more of what I'm doing. There we go. So you can see me a bit more. Try to do that as steadily as possible. Oh, thank you, Lindsay, for adding the link. You see, this is the problem when Ant's not here. I've only got one pair of hands, and I can't do everything as much as I would like to. So let me pop that out of the way. So now we've got our background panel, which is gorgeous. And I'm also going to need my card blank. So let's find my DL card base that we're going to use. And I may trim this down also. So this is one of our DL card bases. I'm just going to move this little guy out of the way so that I can just score that. And let's see. I think I might just trim the edge of this ever so slightly, because I don't want such a wide border, I don't think, on either side. So I think I'll just trim this little edge down ever so slightly. And the reason that I'm doing this is because we are going to be using some of our background here. So I'll just line this up to create the background for our shaker. And the great thing about this this guillotine is it will go through 2 layers of some very thick 300 GSM cardstock. I love my Tim Holtz trimmer. It's the best thing, one of the best tools that I ever bought, I have to say. So awesome. Now I am going to let me think, is it easier if I do it that way and unfold it? Yeah, because otherwise it's going to bounce back up at me. But yeah, this is going to be so cute. Right, so let's just, I don't want to lose my little bee. My little bee. Put my little bee up there. Take these guys off here very carefully. We've got a little pig. We've got another little bee. I'll pop him up there. We've got our little rabbit. Cute little rabbit. We've got a little doggy. Oh, aren't they so cute? And we have our little cat. So put that in there. So that's they're very, very sweet. I like the colours that we've used. The pink. See, we can swap these about a little bit, so that the pink is where the might go with that, you know. It's quite cute. So the where's my little kites then? So I've got bits everywhere now, as always. So the kite die is awesome. It's got all these little accessories. It's got this, which is basically your kite image, which or die cut, which cuts out the frame. But then we also have the die that just cuts out the shape. So what I'm proposing to do is cut out the kite shape, and let's hope that this plan comes together. And then I've already cut my frames, and the frames will go on the back, on the front, not on the back, and on top of our shaker window. So I just need to see how many of these guys that I can fit on the front of my card, because I did think 3, but I'm thinking maybe now 2 is going to work, and then we'll have a sentiment. Now the set does come with a sentiment of hi, which is very cute, and I've not really thought about what sentiment I can actually pop on the inside. We've got sorry you're feeling under the weather, which is really cute. Let's have coffee is also a really cute one, because you've got the little piggy with his coffee, and you've also got the little dog having a donut, which is kind of cute. And then the little cat with the, you know, he's just coming along avoiding the weather, isn't he? So I think the let's have coffee could work, or the sorry you're feeling under the weather is also a good one. But yeah, I quite like the let's have coffee idea. And the let's have coffee could fit pretty much under there, couldn't it? So we could have a little shaker window here, and a shaker window there. Although I feel like they should be going that way. Let's see. So just have a little play around with your composition at this point. They could all go in the same direction, but I feel like you need a little bit of, that's better, isn't it? I like that. I like that composition better. Yes. And then we could have let's have coffee there. We could have a little doggy there. That's cute. It's a great stamp set. Coffee's always a good idea, isn't it? And then we have hi. Oh, that's very cute. That's cute. That's really cute. Okay, so now then, well, we may change the you know, some of the sentiment order, but I think in terms of where our little characters are going to go, and I'm going to save my little rabbit with his bees for the other idea that I had, because I think that'll work really well. So I'm pretty comfortable with, and these don't have to be, you know, straight or lined up because they're blowing around in the wind, aren't they? But I'm going to try as much as I can to make them look fairly lined up. So this is where we're going to have to do a little bit of die cutting and faffing about. So apologies in advance for the die cutting machine noises that you're going to have to endure for a moment while we get these pieces die cut. But we will then be able to have some fun building our shaker card. And we're going to need some of our transparency, aren't we? So let's have a look. What have I done with my acetate? Acetate, where are you? The thing with acetate is it's clear, so you can't see it. Do you know what I mean? There it is. I can see it now. So this acetate, we don't sell acetate in the shop. This is very, very thin acetate, and I feel that I made a mistake in the construction weight of it. It's a bit too flimsy for my liking. It works for a shaker card because it means it's not is somebody leaving us? Claire's leaving us. Thank you for watching, Claire. See you soon. But yes, what was I saying? It's good for shaker cards because it doesn't add any extra weight, which we don't really want, do we? Oh, and look at how pretty the cutouts are. So the cutouts are going to go in the background. So let's line these up again, just so that, you see, that's going to fit now beautifully over the top of there. Once we've got our, so let's make sure that I've got these where I want them. So this one is going to sit about there, isn't it? Yes, that looks about right. So let's pop that on there. I'm going to pop this back through. It still sounds very windy outside. I don't know if anybody can, pick up the windiness, but it's so windy. So acetate is ready. So let's move this, and Alison's lost something. What have you lost? I missed that bit. I missed the loss of a die cut piece, is it? So that's, I think that's, it's not quite as central as we wanted it, but I think it works. I mean, what you could do if you were much, more patient than I am, you could have done a little bit of pencil lines just to figure out where you wanted all your pieces, but we're doing things a bit speedier and just a bit off the cuff, aren't we? So, oh, I'm excited. This is going to be cute. Acetate. That's the one. Acetate. Right. So. And acetate is a bit of a devil, isn't it? Because you put that down and you can never find it again. So we're now going to position all of our inner bits back onto our background here. So I'm going to just line this up where I want it. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of tape to the top here, and then we've got a little bit of a hinge mechanism going on, and then we can pop these back in place and stick them to our base. I'm hoping I'm doing this right, because it's been a while since I've made a shaker card, and this is a little bit more of a complex one, but we'll, you know, we're always winging it, aren't we? So I think that's going to work quite nicely. And I'm going to pop that back on the inside of there. I love this background, isn't it so gorgeous and shimmery and sherbety and spring-like. Oh, it's cute. I do like these colours. This is definitely going to be a colour scheme to use again, I think. So now I can lift this up and ta-da! That's our background piece. And I'm just going to pop that to one side because we're now going to cut our bit of acetate. Come here. And I'm going to cut it slightly smaller than our background piece here. So, and I'm going to cut two of them. And that will make sense eventually. So I'm just going to snip it there, and then I'm going to snip it there. And then I'm going to use my trimmer. See if the Tim Holtz will trim my thin, pathetic piece of acetate for me, rather than me having to use my scissors. So there's my my cut mark that I made. Just line that up. See if I've done my very, very rough measurements correctly. Shani says she loves these colours and it is a beautiful background. Thank you. So yeah, so that covers my background, so that's perfect. So I'm going to just cut another piece, and this is, you know, this is great for you guys because you probably can't see a single thing that I'm doing because I'm using some clear acetate here, but hopefully you know, you get the idea of what I'm doing. You get the gist. So, and that I can see my cut line from before, so I can just trim that end piece, and now I've got two pieces of acetate. So the first piece, and of course I am going to lose my second piece, so let's just pop that in there so that I don't lose it. I'm going to use some of my liquid glue here to attach this first piece. acetate to the back to create our window. Sorry guys, I hope you guys can. Sometimes I get lower and lower down my craft mat, don't I, as the live goes on. So the liquid glue obviously takes a little bit longer to dry, but also gives me a little bit of that wiggle room time that you sometimes need. So now we've got this, we can now add our little kites back into the centre. So, and you could build these up a little bit, where if you were to cut a few more out, you could definitely do that if you wanted to add a bit more dimension, but I think quite happy with it as it is. And so just using some liquid glue so that I can make sure I've got that positioned perfectly in the centre. Oh. See, and I need that wiggle room because I am not the best sometimes. And then again we'll line this one up. And these, thank goodness for the precision tips of these glues, I have to say. So stick that one down there. So now we've got our little kite windows, and the kites do come with little tails. So we can add those after, or we can add some. We've got the curly ones, or we've got the straight ones. But it might be that it doesn't need those because of our little characters. So, but I cut them out just in case. But we may not use those. The glue bottles do make life so much easier. They really, really do. So now we've got our pieces in place, and I've not lined them up terrifically well, but I think we've got the picture. I'm going to use some of our shaker tape. So, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to enclose each area, because I'm going to have shaker bits in each of these little windows. So what you want to be doing is making sure that there is no gap between in between, because you'll lose your shaker bits. So we're going to do the best job we can, whoops, to close these off so that our shaker bits stay right inside. So let's pop that one there, and then so this is the bit that's probably, you know, the fiddliest bit, because we want to make sure that we've got this bang right. Oh, I knew I was going to do my little mitered corner the wrong way around, but there we go. See, so we've enclosed that area. I'm going to do the same with the others as well now. So again, I'm just eyeballing how long my strips need to be. This is a really nice depth of tape, so it should be perfect for our shaker bits. Some of them are a little bit wide, a bit thicker, so these pearls are quite deep, but I still think it should be fine. Yes, saying about the how large the roll is. It is huge. And it's amazing. It lasts for ages. It's just, honestly, it is the best shaker tape I've ever used, because it is so, the adhesive on it is amazing. And you know, this is the kind of reliable. I think that's going to be too short. I'd rather cut it a little bit too long to begin with, and then you can trim it down, because like I say, you don't want any gaps. See, I've got a little gap there. Something's going to escape through that gap. So I'm going to pull that up, because that's too short. That is too short. So I can correct that though on the next one. But you see, this is the thing, is you don't want it to, you don't want any of those little shaker bits, pesky little bits, escaping. So you want to get that as close as you can, so that they don't escape. And actually I'm going to leave that there, because that's quite good. And I can just pop that there. So you're going to do a little bit of, I suppose, just a little bit of building here, just to try and create these wells, to keep everything in place. So, and I'm going to keep my backing tape on, because again, for the moment, but before we put our shaker bits in, we are going to take that out. And the reason we're going to do that is because when we pull our shaker tape off, we are no doubt going to knock our board a little bit, and that is going to then mean that all of those shaker bits are going to come loose. So yeah, so it's a good idea just to do that before you add your shaker bits. So so now I'm adding extra lengths of the tape, just so that we've got you know, the rest of the back piece is nice and secure and solid, and isn't going to bow in any way. So you need to reinforce the rest of your back panel as well, just so that it's nice and secure. So that's looking quite good. I'm happy with that. Obviously we've got some, you know, some odd little bits of tape here and there, but that's fine. So just pop that down there. Right, I don't know whether to pop some in there. That should be fine. So let's take off the backing tape, and then let's add some of our shaker bits, shall we? So this is the exciting bit. So you can see that this would be difficult to do if you've got all of your shaker bits in there already. So it's better to do this first. Natalie's using the tape right now. It is awesome. It is awesome tape. Like I say, we've got the thicker roll, and I'm gonna cave. I am gonna cave and get some of the bigger roll, I think, for us, because we have to have it in our lives. And you know, I'd definitely be interested to know what other sort of items and tools you guys would be interested in us stocking. We've tried to you know, get as many things as we can for the shop that we think you guys would be interested in. So you know, if you've got any other ideas, things that you'd really like to see. Mayla says she's used the tape for a shaker tag and it works so well. Yay! That's so cool. Snap! So that's cool. Right, so we're going to use some of the Crystal Collection Harmony, and I'm also going to use some of the Sparkle Hollow Hearts. So I'm just going to See, these are so pretty. Now, are they going to be a bit deep? Do I need to go double up? Ooh, it's going to be tough to double up now. Let's have a look. Some of them are a little bit on the deeper side. So we could double up on our tape. What do you think? I don't want them to get caught. But I feel like they might get stuck because they are pretty much the depth of oh, they're so pretty though. There's got like little gems in there. There's little hearts. They are absolutely gorgeous. So if you guys don't mind the pain of watching me double up, but I think it's going to be worth it. I think it's definitely going to be worth it. So doubling up means just that. We're going to add even more tape. And again, the same rule applies. We can't have any gaps. So we just need to be super careful with the gappage. And because we've not got the freedom to remove it as easily, we are going to have to just do a little bit of editing as we go. But I think we're pretty much nailing it. And what you don't want to see is any of that tape either. You know, behind the scenes should be behind the scenes. So I'll see while I'm doing this if I can actually see any comments. Always need more though. They're just gorgeous. Yes, you do. You're always going to need more. Always going to need more. And that's you know, whenever we get any embellishments like this, they do sell out so quickly because you know, they are so wonderful and perfect for just doing, you know, things like this. So just be careful not to snip your fingers when you're doing this. I've done that before. We had some embellishment mixers from Twiddler's Nook in the States, and they were amazing, and she's a lovely lady, the lady at Twiddler's Nook, but the import costs are just so much now that I couldn't afford, unfortunately, to get any more from her. And I was really gutted because, like I say, she's a lovely lady and her products are awesome, and you guys absolutely loved them. You totally cleared me out so quickly. She did the paw print magnets die holders, which I absolutely adore. And I would love to have stocked more of those, but again, like I said, just the import costs meant it was just too much. So, and obviously I don't want to pass on those costs to you guys, because it's tough for everyone at the moment, I know. So so yeah, so some things we've had to, you know, we've had to say, oh, you know, try and find somewhere else. But Lucy, it's great to be able to support a UK business. You know, that's always a great thing to be able to do. So let's double up the rest of it. So this is going to be a super dimensional card now, but it's going to be so cool. So let's... That wasn't too painful, I hope, to watch. Yes, that's it. Lucy's in the UK, which is, you know, which is great that we can support each other as UK businesses. But obviously, all businesses at the moment need supporting because it's been been a weird old time all over the world, and I don't think Brexit has made things any easier for any of us that, you know, are trading internationally and trying to do you know, trade around the world. So it's, which is a shame, because you know, I don't know if I anticipated that the change would be have such an impact, but it's not just impacted us, it's impacted, you know, worldwide. Okay, so we're now at the point where we can add our bits, and I did forget that it is a really good idea when you're doing this is to add a little bit of anti-static powder to the inside of your shaker tape, just to prevent things from getting stuck to the sides of your tape. So what I like to do is the anti-static powder bags that we sell are very powdery, funnily enough. So I keep mine in a little dish like this, and the excess powder, I just use a brush, an old paint brush, and I can just brush that along the inside of my shaker wells, and that just takes a little bit of the stickiness off. Now I really wish that I'd got a little spoon or something to be able to scoop this, because I don't. I'm going to have to use my fingers, which probably going to get awfully stickied up. Oh, and I've not taken the backing off my thing, have I? Look, you didn't remind me. I hope you guys are all still with me, because I know it's getting a bit late now, isn't it? But we've had to take a bit of extra time. And I know some of you don't do late nights, some of you it's past your bedtime, isn't it? I must admit, quite tired myself today. After having a very late night last night, it's obviously going to have repercussions this evening. But this does seem to be this time in the evening when there isn't really anything else to be done. There's no like admin that needs doing. We've done that during the day. Everybody else is finished for the day, so you can't really, you know, correspond with anyone, and all the housework's done, and Aunt's at work. This is the time really that I get to craft. The rest of the time, there's always something else to be done, or somebody who needs to be spoken to, or something that needs dealing with. So I think that's probably why I've become quite a night person for crafting purposes, because it's the only time we get. Lindsay is still here. James, it's getting close to your bedtime, isn't it? Lovely. Let's tip a few of these in here. Oh, I love them so much. Oh, I'm getting stuck already, look. And then, oh, that's so pretty. Oh, I just flicked one across the room. Jane says she can't believe the time she got lost in crafting herself. You see, that is the wonderful thing about crafting, is you can totally get lost in what you're doing, and before you know it, you know, hours have passed, and you know, any kind of thoughts that you are, you know, maybe thoughts that you had were, you know, it just takes away all of those other worries and thoughts for a little while at least. That's why I've always loved it. I get completely lost in what I'm doing. I forget, a lot of the time I forget to eat and drink. I'm terrible for that. You know, look at me, I'm covered in it now. And it's gone all over my sticky, which which was bound to happen because I didn't have a proper spoon. So I would suggest that when you're doing this, just have a little implement to be able to pop your bits in. Now then, have I got enough bits in there? Don't know whether there's enough or not. This is always my dilemma, and then once it's shut, it's too late. You can't put any more in, and then I always think, oh, I wish I'd put a few more in. So I might do, because I know that that's what I always think. But half of them are stuck to my finger. Look. There we go. Get off my nails. So I'm staticky. So sorry, I'm just going to poke a few of these bits off the sticky stuff, and try and get them back in the centre where they're supposed to live. So I'm going to ask a controversial question now. Did anybody watch the Meghan and Harry interview on Oprah? It is the talk of the town in our house, in our area. It's always it's definitely divided opinions, households, the nation. So yeah, I'd be interested to see if anybody else has seen it. I found it very, very, very interesting, I have to say. Very interesting. And I do watch The Crown. I don't know if anybody watches The Crown. So obviously that's my whole experience of the royal family is through The Crown, which, you know, I guess with anything like this you have to take with a little pinch of salt. But yeah, interesting stuff. Right, I feel like they're nice and full. I didn't, like I said, I didn't want to fill them too much, but now I probably have. But we're having a party, so we're having a sequin shaker mix party, so let's just go with it. And if I could get them to stay off my fingers, then we're laughing. Get off my finger. These little tiny ones, oh my god, they're adorable. I absolutely love these so much. This is beautiful collection. Can't get that one out. That one's going to be a bit of a devil. Got you. Got you. Poke that one out and poke that one out. There we go. Oh, these are so gorgeous. So gorgeous. Right, let's try and scoop some of these up and put them away. I don't want to lose any of them. They're too pretty. Too pretty. But they are sticking to me. Okay. So, I've seen the snippets of the Harry and Meghan thing. Says Alison Pendlebury Brown. Lindsay Taylor says yes, she loves The Crown. Angie says it brought back some painful memories of last year for you. Oh, I'm sorry. Mahala says it was good to hear their opinions, and it did match with some of the stuff on The Crown. It did, didn't it? Emma says she did. Laura says didn't get to watch it, couldn't get it loaded up. Natalia said, oh, lots of you watched it then. Oh, that's good, that's good. It was very interesting. And Siobhan says she's sad that Piers Morgan left ITV. That was controversial. Yeah, I wasn't sure whether that was like just fake news or something, but it seems like that is a real thing, isn't it? Or whether it's real for now and he'll come back. We didn't get to see what actually caused him to kind of have a bit of a... He had a storm off, didn't he? About it. And I know he was having a bit of a to do with one of the other presenters, who I think he he felt may have been calling him a racist, but I don't think he was. I think he was struggling to get his point of view across, which can often be the case with peers, I think. He's another one who divides opinion, doesn't he? Right, so I'm just going to try and clean off my second piece of acetate. So this is going to be, and I've got bits of hair attracted to it, bits of my fluff, but so this is going to be a little bit challenging because I want to line it up as much as possible. So steady on, chill. So I'm just trying to think which it's, sorry if my head does get in the way, but I am going to have to get right over the top of this to line this up, so because I need it to be straight and I need it to cover all of those bits, and I need it to cover all of those bits because then I can line it up. Oh yes, that works. Oh, and I'm glad I put more bits in, because again I still think I could have added more, but less is more. Excellent. Okay, so now I can see through to add this to the front of my card. So we have got a super amount of dimension now, which is great because that means everything's going to move around, and I'm just manipulating my my backing so that it is oh, that's so cute. Right, so we're going to add, I think I'm going to add some just a bit of just a tape runner to this bit, because oh well, I would, but my tape runner's run out. Oh no, that's annoying. Oh, that was my last one as well. So never mind, we have a bit of tape, just because what my thought process behind it is that the glue will take a while to dry in place, and I want it to adhere straight away. So let's just add a bit of tape here. We've got tape. Where else have I got tape? Yeah, that's good. And it's obviously it's clear and you're not going to be able to see it anyway. So flick. Oh, so Angie, you've been through something similar where you asked for help and you didn't get it by the sound of things. That's awful. It was actually really quite heartbreaking to listen to what they've been through, wasn't it? Sorry if my head's in view again, guys. I'm just going to have to, because I'm doing my best to align this up accurately. I think we've managed it. Yay! Oh, happy as Larry. So we've now got then our little characters we're going to add on to here. Oh, that's very cute, isn't it? Maybe they go that way around instead. Yeah, that works, doesn't it? Yes. And then, like I say, we've got the high. Now I've cut this out of white, but we could actually cut this out of a different coloured cardstock so that it stands out a little bit more. We could also use a slightly larger sentiment if we felt that was appropriate. So where's our other sentiment gone? So Jackie says it reminded you of some of the things that happened to Diana. I think that was very, very, very clear, wasn't it, that there were some crossovers there. Very, very much so. So yeah, so I've got a couple of the highs in white, which are very sweet, and so I can layer those up. It's a shame we didn't have enough offcuts to be able to cut it out of the remainder, although it would have just blended in, wouldn't it? So no, it's a silly idea, Joanna. So let's build up our pie. And I do think that some of these little trails would be really quite cute on the bottom of there. Yeah, that's cute. And that on there is very sweet. Oh yes, very cute. So I need another one of those, and I need a I think we need another high. I feel like we might want a high in let me think, because I don't think we want I don't think I want to go for a black white. I know normally I would do some wonderful heat embossing. You know, I love my heat embossing. That is what I do. But today I'm thinking, no, I don't want to do that. And we do have a little die that will cut this out. So I'm thinking that this could be quite cute if we were to do that in, to just have that in, maybe stamped in maybe the Kitsch Flamingo. That might be quite nice. And then maybe a bit of an ink blended speckled egg might work. What did I do with that other little bit of oh no, did I get rid of that? Because I had a little dot that I'd saved. That's annoying. Oh, it's there, look. Don't throw that away. Don't throw away your tittle, guys. Don't throw away your tittle. Mahela, sorry she's having to go because she's super tired. Please do not apologise, darling. We are obviously we're well at it, aren't we, tonight? We're taking quite a bit of time. I appreciate that it's like nearly 10 o'clock. What did I do with my well, my speckled egg is in my hands, so that's a sign that it is late for me also. Because I don't know what time it is. So I'm going to add some speckled egg onto my card here. I'm going to cut out my sentiment in the speckled egg. And I'm also going to put that back in there, and then I'm also going to take this and I'm going to do something rather brave, and I'm going to attempt to stamp this freehand with the Kitsch Flamingo, which is always a bit of a stressful thing to do when you're stamping a sentiment, but you know, if it doesn't come out right, we'll just stamp it again. So I hope you can see what I'm doing here, because then I can do all my die cutting in one go. Oh, that's very cute, isn't it? Oh, that's kind of, it's very bold pink, isn't it? It's much pinker than the pink there. So, interesting. Interesting. Let's, I like it, I kind of like it, but I'm not sure. So let's just wipe that off, because we can also do that in the speckled egg for comparison. So Lauren's managed to stamp and colour 8 sloths. I'm feeling very pleased with that effort. You should be very pleased with that effort. That is some good going. 8 sloths. Oh, I quite like the speckled egg sentiment as well. It's just a bit more, I don't know, a bit more muted, I feel. So we might go with that, I think. Right, so I've got a high there that we need to use. So we're going to cut this out with the little die that comes with it. We're getting there now, guys. Don't panic. I know it's getting late, but I'm just having the best time. So it's just have too much fun. I'm going to cut out my little high out of this piece that I've just added a bit of the speckled egg to, and my tape doesn't like to stick to the distress ink, so just be aware of that. I also need a little bit of the another one of these little curly little strips, and then I'm just thinking about what you might have over the top of there, and these little hearts might be a nice little addition. And there is a set of 3 that you can cut out in one go, and they might just sit nicely over the top, or we could again use one of the little embellishments that's in the Lucy's Little Things. That might be quite a nice little thing to do, mightn't it? Yeah, let's try that. So let's pop this through the machine as it is. And because we've got lots of dimension already, I'm just going to stick these down with some glue. So, pop him on there. This guy running off with his coffee. And just go there, and then my little piggy. It's very, very cute. I'm going to go down there, and then I'm just going to grab my tweezers to help me hold on to this guy while I add a bit of my glue. Tiniest bits on there, and shall we flip it that way so that it flips off the page? Yeah. Oh, up there. Quite like that. That's going to just come off the page a little bit, and then this one is going to go down there. Cute. And then the highs. Again, I've lost my tittle again. How have I done that again? I'm losing my mind. Clearly, I'm sure I've literally just had that. Warned you all, didn't I? Don't lose it. And then I've lost it again. Not to worry. Not to worry. It will turn up, hopefully. So, oh, that stayed on my my sheet. Look, there we go. So that one goes there, and then we've got our sentiment just there, and then my high, and my little tittle has stayed on the mat there, so let me just grab that, place it there so it can be seen. There, it's there. Now then, what happened to my other one? Where did that go? Oh, how annoying am I? Talking to myself now, aren't I? Because I've gone a bit mental. Hi, Alison. So Jane's left us, I think. Oh goodness, there's I can see you guys, you know, you're talking about some really tough topics, and you know, I hate to think that anybody wasn't getting the help that they needed if they asked for it. It's awful. And one of the things that I do love about this community is that we are all so supportive of each other, and you know, I think that is it's just so awful to think that people aren't getting the help they need. Now I do not know what I've done with that little bit of washi tape that I put right there. It was right there, everyone. Did anybody see what I did with it? Oh, it's here. It got stuck to something. Ta-da! Oh, I don't know. Whatever am I doing? Right. It must be getting late. So let's stick some of this together, and then I might not lose it. So let's take this one off here. And oh, it's help if I took the lid off that, wouldn't it? And then I'm just going to grab that. My quick sticks tool has no sticky on the end of it, barely any anyway. So I have ordered a new one because I do love this tool, but it doesn't want to come away from it now. So, and I'm just sticking my tittle together, which is quite a difficult task, as you can see. But I'm doing it onto my washi tape so that allegedly I don't lose it. But you've seen that I've lost it twice this evening alone. So you tell me how well that worked. Okay, so popping all of my bits together. So I've got my little high here, which is super cute, and I've got it in white, and that's going to be my layers. So I'm going to layer this up. So again, hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to use my my tweezers just to hold this bit down, because I'm going to add my adhesive to this bottom layer, and then I'm going to, Angie, I hope you're okay, darling. I can't keep up with the comments. I know that you know, you had a tough time. And you know, I know from all of your work with the cats in Greece and stuff that you have a very big heart, and I think sometimes the more you care about things, the harder it can be. So I do feel for you, and I hope that having a little bit of crafty time with us gives you a little bit of just a little bit of a break from some of the realities of life. I know it's a, you know, it's a little thing, and it you know, in the grand scheme of things it might not seem that important, but I think it's got a huge amount of importance if it helps people's well-being. So I feel lucky that I can share this with you. Good. I'm glad you're good. You've got a very big heart, and I think that's, you know, sometimes that can be that is definitely a good thing, and I wouldn't want that to change. But obviously, you know, it means then that you're often subject to a lot of pain and hurt. So let's have coffee. Looks quite good there, I think. I was going to do it a little bit higher up, but it covers up our shaker a bit too much. The high up there, is it lost? I don't know. What do we think? Are we happy with that composition? Sometimes if I look on the screen, it gives me a hand. It helps me out. What do we think? Oh, my back. That's quite good, isn't it? There is a bit more central, and it feels like then that there should be something here, and it feels a little bit too low down where it is, so I'm going to go back up there and I'm going to put my high down here. Yep, it looks great, says Alison. Lauren says she loves Thursday nights. Yeah. Even if it's just come and watch some weeks, definitely a help on the tough weeks. Alison Chelsea is crafting fairies and just found her acetate now. She's tied it up. That is just so typical, isn't it? That is so typical. So I now have a space here that I can add my tittles from before. Ah, dropped them. Come here. These pesky little things didn't want to be added, did they? And then just a blob of glue on top of that little tower. The Tower of Tittles. That's a new thing, isn't it? And then come off my... Doesn't want to come off. Come on. Yay, there we go. So that's our little high. Now let's have coffee is going to go here. And I think then we might be almost there, you know. And again, I quite like that is coming off the edge in between two of my scallops. It's quite good. Yeah, doesn't want to stick to my acetate. Is it straight? Pretty much. And then I've just got to stick this guy down, haven't I? Should he be the same way around? I think I might do him the other way, because I'm crazy like that. Let's do it that way. So I don't want too much symmetry. Come off. Got my tweezers stuck and everything. Right, there we go. Oh, that's cute. That is cute. Okay. And let's have a look. What we got here? What we got? We need something else here. A little hello. Or some stars. Some raindrops. I like it a lot. I feel like it needs a little bit of something else just here. Maybe just some gems will do it. So let's have a look at some of our gems. Angie says her 4 cats bought her a bottle of gin today. That's awesome. That is so cute. Right, so I'm just going to gingerly attempt to select some of these. Right, let's have a look. Green. Go on there. Cute. I feel like I should maybe do some of those little bows. Oh, why has that got stuck down that channel? That's annoying. I feel like that would be really cute. I'm very staticky all of a sudden. So yeah, so I think this is a good choice of colours. Definitely. But that's everything's sticking to the bottom of that now. Which is madness. Madness, I tell you. But in the die set, you get these little ribbons, and I'm not sure whether the little ribbons would just be really cute with the little gem on top. And the cute thing about that is that you can just use some tiny scraps of cardstock, which I just happen to have lots of. So, so yeah, so I think we will go with that, even though that is another step, and I know we're not there yet, are we? Keeping you up very late this evening, aren't I, guys? You know, when you're onto something, you're onto something. And it has to be done, doesn't it? I think sometimes it just does. So yeah, this is going to finish it off nicely, I think. Sunday, yes, Mother's Day is coming up soon, ladies. That is right. It will be Mother's Day this weekend. My card is already, I think it's already arrived actually, at my mum's. She said. So, oh yeah, that's definitely what it needed. So that's cool. That and a little gift. I wish I could be seeing her, but hopefully soon. I think I'm in the next group to get their jabs, actually, which is a little bit, I'm not sure I'm happy about that, really. Well, obviously I'm happy to be getting the jab, but it just means that I'm of an age where I'm next. So, you know, never mind. Ant's got to wait for his. And even though he is in the fire service aren't getting any, they're not being vaccinated, at least anytime soon. So he's got to wait for his turn, for his age group to come through. So, so yeah, so he's going to have to wait a little bit. But then hopefully that means then that we can all get together with our mummies. So, when is it in Europe then? Because I thought maybe it was the same in Europe as it is in the UK, but it's just a UK date. Then I take it the 14th. So that must mean then that the Mother's Day, you know, it's a bit later for everyone else. And that's, you know, that's good that you know, we've got the Mother's Day stamps. They will still be really useful for you guys in Europe for a little while, and in the States. So so now I've got my little whatsits. Let's have a look, see, do they, oh, so cute. A little bit of bling on those. Wow, this could not be a more girly card, really. I don't think I've done a card quite this pastel ever in my life, but I like it, and I'm loving these kites for a shaker. Amazing. Oh, so sweet. So we've got a bit of a darker pink there, or we've got, these are a nice addition because they're not, obviously they've got no colour to them. Oh, this has got so sticky now, it's ridiculous. It's just being ridiculous. I just quite like the pink. What do you think, guys? Pink? quite good there. We're really blinging this up, aren't we? Wow. So May the 9th is in Europe, USA and Africa. So we are the you know, much earlier than everybody else, aren't we? Your hubby is younger than you too, Alison. Go on, girl. No, I don't like that that is too close to the blue there, but then we've got a green. So would we do a yellow there? Or maybe another clear one. It's a good idea. Yeah, that's good. Right, let's go for this. We might as well go full on bling. Full on bling. And normally I would use my glossy accents actually for adhering these because it is clear, but this glue is Cosmic Shimmer Glue and it will dry clear. Well, what do you think to that? That is an absolute bling fest of an adorable sherbety springified card. Isn't that cute? And I've got all of these little bits now that I need to try and get back into here. And I should be using my little tray, my little embellishment tray. But I'm actually going to use this to just try and tip them back in. Oh, they're so staticky here. This is totally me being very static. Right, there we go. I am in love with this card. I am in love with it. We've got all of those shaker bits. I don't want to shake it too much because I've not stuck everything down, but I don't know if you can see how wonderfully shakery that is, but that is so, so adorable. What do we think? Yay, bling terrific. Beautiful card, Jess, says Maria. Thank you so much. Jess says it looks amazing, so cute, and love the colours. Oh, I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. Lindsay says fabulous, so pretty, love the pastel colours. Oh, thank you guys. It's not like me to use such pastel shades, but I really, really think it looks really super beautiful. I might add a few like little bits of glossy accents. I've not added my faithful jelly roll highlights because we got that carried away. But just, you know, just some extra little finishing touches to that, and to our little pig here. We'll just finish that off. I think I need a new pen here. It's needs to be a little bit darker. I think it's almost dry, but yeah, I think that is so cute. That is just, yeah, I'm loving that so much. What do we think? I know it took a little bit of time, and the colour combo is amazing. I really love that. And all inspired by our Lucy's Little Things little shaker bits and crystals. So yeah, so if you've not seen those already, obviously check those out. There's all different little sprinkles. These conversation hearts, I absolutely love these. And I'm definitely going to use those with the Smitten Kittens at some point. And then we've got the Spring Garden, which is going to be lovely with some of our spring makes. So yeah, so really fun inspired card there. So yeah, thank you so much for sticking with me. We've obviously got our little a little bunny here that we can still use with our little bees, so I'll have a think about how I'm going to use him in a card. But I also liked how we were able to achieve this kind of watercoloured look but with our Copics, so that's something to try as well. Annalisa's just back from her walk. You didn't get blown away then. Maria says, can you write the oxides that you blend on the card, please? Yes, I can show you those right now, sweetheart. So I'll pop them on screen. There was only 3. So we use speckled egg. In fact, I'll do them in the order that they are. Speckled egg, kitsch flamingo and squeezed lemonade. And then the transition between these shades gave us our green and our orange. So we got a rainbow, but with only 3 colours. Isn't that cool? Yes, I'm glad you didn't get blown away, Annalisa, and you got to see the end. Yay! Yeah, I think I might have a go over the weekend if I get time at making another little card with this little guy, because he's very cute. And if I don't see you before, then I will see you guys all next week and next Thursday. And don't forget that we'll get some pictures of this up, and we'll have this uploaded onto YouTube as well tomorrow. But the replay will be available straight after this on Facebook. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. It's been absolutely awesome. Stay safe and nice and warm and out of that horrible rain. And I'll see you all again soon. See you guys. Bye-bye. Bye.